Hey Scout dudes and dudettes, my name's Tim. I'm a PPG pilot from South Australia and I fly the Scout Enduro 2. So during my training that I did up in New South Wales with High Adventure, I had the opportunity to fly various different paramotors, and the Scout really stood out for me. The thing that stood out with the Scout during my training was the dynamic torque compensation feature of the unit. I found that you would fly dead straight compared to other motors that didn't have that feature. I found it easier to fly because of the dynamic torque compensation. You didn't have to even think about the torque really, except for that initial spool up of the prop. But in flight, it was one less thing that you had to think about. And you could concentrate on your surroundings, such as air traffic and actually flying your paraglider. So that really stood out for me with the Scout. After looking into the brand further, once I had my eye on the Scout, I discovered that Scout really shine with the YouTube videos and the support that they have available online. That was important for me because in South Australia there are no PPG schools out here, so I knew that after my initial training I would have little to no contact with an instructor. There were other pilots in South Australia that I would meet up with and fly, but it was few and far between. Like, I didn't see another PPG pilot for upwards of 12 months after finishing my training and then completing the required hours to fly safely. So having that online support was a huge factor for me picking Scout, and I just want to say that the online content is fantastic. They have videos of the geometry of the paramotor, how to make fine adjustments to suit your requirements and needs. Also, they have videos on how to, make repairs to the carbon fiber and the prop, and Stefan from Scout also does a lot of Viterazzi engine maintenance videos, which I find super valuable. Every maintenance issue that I've had, which is zero, well, when I say maintenance issue, I'm just talking about your routine maintenance. Every time I've had something like that pop up, I've been able to find a Scout video that shows you exactly what to do. So that was a massive factor and a reason why I would highly recommend Scout to any beginner. Not only are they good for beginners, but they're also good for advanced pilots. It's really a machine that suits all people, in my opinion. So when my Scout arrived, I remember going out on my first flight and I just had a grin from ear to ear. It was like living those childhood dreams that all of us aviation enthusiasts had, flying through grassy fields, and flying a PPG is the closest thing that you can get, in my opinion, to actual flying. The Scout just does that task magically. I like how the Scout flies dead straight. The harness is comfortable, and it's relatively easy to repair if you have a problem. If you break a carbon fiber component, it's fairly simple to fix. The service I've received from Scout so far is best described as like on a personal level. I've reached out to Stefan a couple of times with just maintenance questions and bits and pieces, and he's been very responsive, helping me sort through that. And also there was an issue with the MY19 airbox coming loose in some circumstances, and Scout sent me out a tether kit free of charge, which I thought was fantastic, and it wasn't even their problem really, so well done. that's all I have to say really. I just think the product is fantastic. It's a cutting edge, state-of-the-art paramotor. I like the safe start module as well. Every little added bit of safety on the Scout makes it that little bit easier for a beginner to get into the sport safely. And I really appreciate the effort that Scout have gone into making this incredible machine, and I just want to say thanks, and I would recommend a Scout to anyone. All right, have a good one.